What do you want?
Where does it hurt? I'm a doctor.
We've confirmed your arrival at Aladi Sea Haven. Recover the data from the pursuit agent and return to Company HQ.
Sorry about that. Here's the data.
But these poor people.
Recovering the data is your top priority. Bring it to HQ immediately.
What's so special about it?
It's a copy of all the fractured dimension data that the former Director Kresnik had collected and analyzed.
Huh? Fractured dimension?
So you had a run-in with Julius?
Yes. We had him outnumbered 10 to 1, and yet he still decimated us.
But at least we got the data off him. Get it back to HQ. It'll really help us improve our ability to detect waymarkers.
You all go on ahead. I'll take care of these people.
Need a hand, Princess?
I prefer the company of Rowan, thank you.
This old geezer would be honored to help, young mistress.
Good thing I have thick skin. Beat up his former co-workers, huh?
I want to believe he had a good reason, but... Ugh. Wow, this place is huge!
We've been expecting you, Mr. Kresnik. Please deliver the item in question directly to the CEO himself.
Look at this place! It's so big and pretty!
Indoor voice, Leia.
Who are these people? I believe only Mr. Kresnik was invited.
We're a package deal.
I'm Luger's friend and advisor.
And I'm the acting guardian of these miners.
I'm acting guardian number 2. And I'm
one moment, please.
Acting Guardian number 2, huh?
Look who's talking!
All of you may enter. Mr. Bakura is most impressed by the loyalty you engender in others, Mr. Kresnik.
Let's keep it up! Good luck!
Why, Luger, I've been waiting for you. Thanks. Any leads on your brother's whereabouts? Well, as it turns out, I have news for you of both varieties. Good and bad. Which one first? I would like to recruit you as an agent in our corporation. Don't act so surprised. It makes perfect sense. I've been keeping my eye on you this whole time. You never back down from difficult situations. More importantly, you have the strength to face them.
I'd wager you've been doing more than just keeping an eye on him.
You've been testing Luger.
You can't get the true measure of a man by observing from a distance.
You said there was bad news, too.
Mr. Kresnik's going on the police's most wanted list.
So they're gonna throw Luger in jail?
Your life's about to get a lot tougher. But if you become one of my agents, I'll keep the police off your back, even if I have to get pushy.
He doesn't even have a choice. This is blackmail.
I failed to mention that an agent's salary is considerable. You'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You can avoid arrest and pay off that massive loan almost overnight, provided you show me results, of course.
What kind of results?
No fractured dimensions.
Fractured dimensions?
Surely you've noticed them.
Worlds like ours, but not?
Think of this flower as our prime dimension, a world where history flows in a way that's familiar to us. But it's not the only blossom. There are offshoots.
When one of these appears, it disperses soul energy from the prime dimension. Our dimension, in other words.
Wait, it disperses? That can't be good.
And what happens if we don't do anything about it?
Ultimately, souls will vanish from the prime dimension. Of course, this means humans will die out as well.
Whoa, whoa, time out.
This all sounds pretty far-fetched.
Olympius going dry, the failure of Spyrite technology. What if I were to tell you those effects were caused by the loss of soul energy from the prime dimension?
It can't be true.
Oh, but it is. Spirius has been working to save our world by eliminating its counterparts in the fractured dimensions.
How could you possibly eliminate an entire world?
That is a question for our friend Luger here. His chromatis transformation has the power we need to infiltrate and destroy these parasitic realities.
The power to destroy a world.
No fair! I have no idea what everybody's talking about!
Luger, for the sake of this world, the true world, you must help us. He was the best of the best. Julius eliminated more than 100 fractured dimensions.
We believe it's very likely that former Director Kresnik has fled into one such dimension.
Find him and you'll kill 3 birds with 1 stone. That's a good lad. You're officially a DODA agent of Spirius.
One thing I still don't get. What's causing these fractured dimensions?
It's not a what, it's a who.
A great spirit of Canaan. Kronos.
The land of Canaan?
Another great spirit?
There is nothing to fear. We have in our possession the power needed to oppose him. Come to the underground training area, and I will show you how to wield it.
I have to admit, being an agent for the Spurious Corporation is kind of a big deal. But are you sure about this? Thought so. But if the CEO says you can handle it, that's a big thumbs up. I mean, my editor will barely let me take down a classified ad. This could be your big chance to make it big. Ugh, what reporter uses big twice in one sentence?
Bisley Bakor certainly lives up to his reputation.
He certainly makes an impression. He's like...
I think so too. He's like the villain on Beach Brigade Sunscreen Rangers.
Who?
Well, he's like this evil genius who makes fish paste products from dead fish and uses them to rule the seafood industry. But the Sunscreen Rangers will fight him to the death to defend the beach so that they have dead fish to eat.
They're fighting to save dead fish from the seafood industry?
It was a classic Olympian action series. Palin collected all the toys.
I used to watch it with my daddy.
And Beasley Bakor resembles that.
Well, regardless, he's Luger's boss now. Let's just make sure we're the ones using him and not the other way around.
That makes sense. We can't accomplish much without him.
But be careful. I don't think that Bakor was lying, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't telling us everything either.
I agree.
How does Beasley know about Luger's power?
Not exactly the tailored suits and financial reports sort of CEO.
Let's keep it up. Bye-bye.
Never thought something like this would be down here.
Must have cost Spurious a pretty penny.
Steel yourself, Agent. I wish we could ease into this, but time is of the essence. You'll have to train the hard way. Actual combat. Don't interfere.
What's happening?
Show me what you're made of.
Luger? Something's wrong with Luger.
That's enough for now. Still no match for Julius, though.
So that's a chromatus.
Where'd Luger learn that trick?
It's a family trait. He's one of Kresnik's descendants. See his watch? It's a Kresnik heirloom, passed down for generations. It's the key to the transformation. Though it would seem Julius has been using yours all this time.
That's not Luger's. It's my daddy's.
We're talking about Kresnik, the Genesis Sage, right? The one who wielded the Lance of Will?
The Sage Kresnik? Yes, I seem to recall that name from Rize Maxian legend.
So the tale is different here in Olympias?
If Kresnik wasn't a sage, what was he?
A wretched plaything for the spirits. They granted... No, they cursed the Kresnik line with the chromatus. But Kresnik's curse is humanity's weapon. And you, Luger, will master it. I will contact you when we detect a new fractured dimension. Until then, rest up.
Look, Luger, I really hate to bring this up, but you've been neglecting your loan payments lately. Nobody likes a financial deadbeat.
So much for resting up. Nice one. I hope you... Too bad you can't just transform away your debt, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like you've gotten